Hey guys! Today I'm gonna tell you how I became a Christian. I was born in Kiev, Ukraine, and both of my parents grew up under the communism regime when Ukraine was still part of the USSR. And so none of us really knew Christianity or what the Bible teaches. We would go to church once a year for Easter, and that was just a really nice family tradition for us. But as a child, I had no idea why we are going to church and what we are celebrating. As I was growing up, I started to wonder if there was a God. I also started to wonder what was the purpose of life and why am I here. I started to wonder, what am I supposed to do in life? What's the most important in life? Is it achieving things and then leaving a legacy the most important? Is it pursuing some kind of goals and just accomplishing a lot in life? Is that what life is all about? And so I just started to ask those questions and just to wonder what is life all about? And by that time I just graduated from high school, and so I had whole summer to discover. And I just went on YouTube and started typing purpose of life or just those kinds of things, and I found a video by a pastor, and he actually wrote a book on the purpose of life. And he was he got me really interested in just discovering who God was and whom He made me to be. Then the pastor also was talking about the book he wrote and how it sold millions of copies. And then he said that he actually gave away more than 90% of the money to help others. And it just really was so surprising to me. It just really caught my attention that somebody would just give away money to help others. And so I just really got curious, and I started looking up that pastor and his book and his church online. And then I found a whole YouTube channel of sermons from that church preached by that pastor. And so I just spent whole summer watching those sermons all the time, just absorbing everything. And in one of the sermons, the pastor said that none of us is perfect, and then he said, "You are not perfect either." And I almost felt offended at that moment, because I was had really good grades in high school, and everything was really good in my life. And so I'm well, how can you say I'm not perfect? Come on, everybody has their own standard of perfection, and I'm living to my own standards. How can you offend me? But then it kind of my heart got softened over time, and so I realized, okay, I am not perfect. I cannot set my own standards of perfection. It's actually God who's setting those standards, and I cannot live up to those standards. And so that's why I need Jesus to save me and to cover over my sins. And so while watching those videos, I kind of got really good understanding of the gospel. And so in one of those videos, I was led in prayer, and I accepted Christ into my heart. And then after watching those videos for whole summer, I was waiting for my reply from universities to which I applied to. And I applied to universities in Germany to study economics. And one of the universities that replied, that was my first choice, was in Berlin. And I was really happy to be accepted to that university in Berlin. And then I found out that the sermons from the church I was watching the whole summer, they were coming from a church in Berlin. And I was just so excited that there was this church in Berlin, and that God actually made like the circumstances work so that I actually get to go to that church, because now I'm gonna study in that university in Berlin. And so it just was like a confirmation for me that God was there and that He really led me to the church, first through YouTube and then now by getting me accepted to that top university in Berlin, and now I get to go to that church in Berlin. I'm still going to that church to this day, and I have matured in Christ so much by now. I'm still like not perfect and I'll never be, but I just wanted to share this story because that's just how I came to Christ and how I became a Christian. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like the video then subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos soon. And yeah, if you think that somebody might be encouraged by this message, then feel free to share the video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!